Hi boys and girls, welcome to Writer's Workshop, day number 2. Today we're going to learn the steps that writers take to get their ideas on paper to tell their stories. I'm going to model a small moment story for you, and then I'm going to get you thinking about what you might want to write about in your offline activity. So let's get started. I brought an anchor chart with me today to share with you the steps that writers take when they get ready to share a story. So on the top we have the title, How to Write a Story. And the first thing that an author or a writer does is they have to think of a story and picture it in their mind. So that means you think of a small moment. It doesn't have to be like a big long vacation where you're writing about a long trip, lots of days that you spend away, but maybe just one small moment where you tell some details about it, beginning, middle, and end. So you get that picture in your mind. Then the next step is to draw your picture. A lot of times for beginner writers especially, getting the picture on the paper first helps you think about the words that you want to write to match the picture. As you add the details to your picture, your mind is thinking about the words that you want to say to help tell that story. So writing that picture is really important, or drawing that picture rather. The next step is to plan. So after you draw your picture, you look at your picture and you think about what are the words that you're going to say to tell about your picture. And finally, the last step is to write their words. So you add the words to the bottom or the top, wherever the space is for your word, you're going to add that to your picture. Now in the next coming days we're going to learn a lot of strategies. That's a plan to help yourself get your ideas on paper and to write your words. But today what we're just really focusing on is how to get that idea in your mind, because sometimes that's hard for kids because they think about this big long thing and they have all these exciting things they want to tell. And sometimes if you focus on that little small moment and start that way, it's a little bit easier. Okay, so before I get started sharing my story with you that I'm going to model for you, let's go over that really quick. See if you can name all those steps for me. First, think of a story and picture it in your mind. Next, draw the picture. Plan it out, think about what you want to say, and last, write the words. Okay, so I think I'm going to write a story for you guys today, and I'm going to have to turn my camera just a tiny bit so you can see my whiteboard. Now you guys are going to write on paper in your notebooks, maybe that in your school supplies that you got to bring to school. You still have them waiting to bring them to school, but when I do Writer's Workshop, at least for right now when I'm at home doing my lessons, I'm gonna probably use a whiteboard until maybe I'll get an easel, I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna do today. So I have my whiteboard, and the first thing is I have to think about a story and I need to picture it in my mind. So when I think of a story, I think of first some of the things that I just really want to share with someone else, and that might be about the things that I love. And if you remember from morning meeting, something that I really love is dogs, and I love my pet Scout. He's a yellow lab. So I think today I'll probably write about him, and I'm going to tell you guys about him. Okay, so the next step in my chart was to draw my picture. So one thing, boys and girls, that Scout really loves to do is play ball, and that's pretty common for his breed of dog. They love to play ball and fetch, and he just never wants to stop. And he does something really silly, and this is what he did the other day. He really wanted to play ball, and he kept bringing the ball to me and putting it in my lap, and then I'd put it on the ground because I was trying to do work, and he just kept bringing me the ball and bringing me the ball, and all he wanted to do was play. And I tried to be happy about it, but I was trying to get stuff done for school, and so that made it kind of hard. So let's see, I'm going to draw the picture of that happening. So I was sitting in my chair, and I'm not a really awesome artist, but I like to say to kids, things don't need to be perfect, they just need to be your best. And so I'm going to say that to myself too, because As long as you can see what's happening in my picture, then my picture is just fine. So this is going to be me, and I'm sitting at the table. I'm trying to work. And here he comes. Let's see, I think I want to move my table. Here I am. Remember I talked the other day about how the eraser helps you fix your mistakes, and I think I'm going to think about that table in a different way, and I'm going to put it like this. Okay, and so then here comes Scout. He is coming over here, so let's see here. How should I draw him? I think I'm going to draw him walking over to me. Here's the floor in my kitchen. I'm sitting at the table doing my work, and here's Scout. Let's see, here's his nose and his head. Hard to draw with a dry erase marker. It's a lot easier with a pencil, and that's what you guys will use as a pencil. Okay, so here's Scout. I'm going to make his mouth open just a little bit so you can see that ball in his mouth. Right there. Tennis ball, and he's coming over there. He wants me to play with him so bad. He won't stop. All right. So the next part is plan. I have to plan what I want to say. So I'm going to look at my picture and I'm going to say, I was doing my work. Scout wanted to play. He kept bringing me his ball. So will you help me write that? Can you guys see that? Was trying to I don't know if I have enough room. I'm going to go back over here. Work. Work. Scout wanted to play. That could be a C or a K, but I know in his name it's a C. Scout wanted. I'm stretching out those sounds. Wanted to play. You guys still see that? Play ball. All. There's that word family, all. He would not stop. He would not stop. Stop. I was trying to work. Scout wanted to play ball. He would not stop. I love Scout. There I am. Then I can reread it and make sure it makes sense. I was trying to work. Scout wanted to play ball. He would not stop. I love Scout. Okay, so today I shared a small moment story with you, and I used our anchor chart to help me get my ideas. Let's just see if you guys remember all the steps to writing a story. First, you think of a story and you picture it in your mind. You can say this with me. Next, you draw the picture. Then you make a plan, and last, you write the words as best you can. And does it need to be perfect? Nope, just your best. All right, boys and girls. Later, I'm going to give you a task in our writing activity where you're going to be thinking about a small moment in your life that you want to share with us. And I will give you more directions in our lesson video. But I hope that this was helpful to you and you're excited about sharing your next small moment story.